In the movie, we see Jordan involved in fraud, money laundering, the buying, using, and distribution of illegal drugs, driving under the influence, domestic violence, bribing federal officers, the list goes on.
You just tried to bribe a federal officer.
No, technically I didn't bribe anybody.
No, that's not the conversation I heard,
according to the...
I can say that this character was guilty.
Candice Delong has been on the front lines of some of the FBI's most gripping cases, including being one of the 3 agents to carry out the manhunt for the Unabomber. We wanted her to analyze the biggest and baddest villains from Hollywood. This is Jordan Belfort from The Wolf of Wall Street.
Now, before we start, let me go on record saying I'm specifically analyzing the character Jordan Belfort, portrayed by Leo DiCaprio, a con man who acquired wealth and power beyond what most could dream. Jordan Belfort mostly hurt people financially, but he did it without any guilt or remorse.
The way I looked at it, their money was better off in my pocket.
He was responsible for his behavior. But as much as he is portrayed as a powerful man, he had weaknesses. Number 1, Jordan lost the DNA dice toss, which means that he had a chink in his genetic code. He was predisposed to psychopathic tendencies from the beginning. Psychopaths are born, not made.
Will not hang up the phone until their client either buys or fucking die!
Number 2, as a psychopath, Jordan had a different reaction to fear. Fear is an involuntary physiological response to a threat. Now, psychopaths often volunteer to take a lie detector test when being questioned by the police. Their pulse doesn't go up. Respirations don't go up. They don't sweat. Psychopaths are not afraid.
You go after real criminals, which makes me wonder what the hell you're investigating me for.
Weakness number 3. Jordan clearly struggled with addiction, and the rush of getting away with crime was another addiction to which he was powerless. He was an adrenaline junkie, and he just kept going back for more. His bad behavior is being rewarded regularly by the rush he gets from duping his victims out of their money.
And welcome to Stratton Oakmont.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna have a beer.
His 4th weakness, Jordan's own ego. It goes without saying Jordan's ego was enormous. Being the leader of this company fed into his ego. He loved being that guy who everyone slaps on the back and thanks after he pays for a huge dinner or extravagant party using innocent people's money. His ego would never allow him to walk away from that.
Was all this legal? Absolutely fucking not.
At the end of the day, Jordan Belfort knew what he was doing was wrong. Psychopathy, and he is a psychopath, is not a mental illness. It is a character disorder. That means he could make a choice. In the end, Jordan was the architect of his own demise.
Vanity Fair Confidential gives us the opportunity to take some of our best stories and turn them into television events.
A Denver policeman had been shot dead.
Because an officer is down, somebody needs to pay.
Here's a guy who's making millions of dollars as a doctor.
They woke up in the morning and he wasn't there.
He took his fingers like this and he said, "I am a bad man."